Hey everybody, this is Rhonda from New Moon Eclectics and Harold from New Witchcraft TV. So here's our motorhome. We wanted to give you guys an update so y'all knew what was going on. So we did get the tires fixed that blew out. That cost a pretty penny. But we ran into a lot of other issues. The fender underneath there is messed up. And there's the muffler, or part of the muffler, that was stuck above the drive shaft. Harold and I got together, put our brains together, and between the two of us, we managed to get that out. But before I show you Harold, I wanted to say thank you for everybody that has donated to help us. And all those of you who have supported us and still support us, we thank you very much. So without further ado, here's Harold. He's still underneath, and there he is.
Merry meet, everybody. Yeah, we're trying to get it done. Hey, I appreciate everybody that gave the donations, to fix everything. Without your help, we wouldn't be able to get the tires going on. We did go get a Sawzall. We couldn't hire a mechanic, so I guess I have to play a mechanic. I have no idea what I'm doing. All I know is that I just took a Sawzall and cut the muffler off. It was stuck to like the drive shaft, because I've been doing a lot of research and things. And I'm just hoping that we can remount the muffler here and then bolt it back on, and it's halfway, but it's still under the carriage because we don't want to die from monoxide poisoning. And I didn't want to blow up when I was making sparks, cutting this muffler, but it didn't make a lot of sparks at all. So the drive shaft here is like, I don't know if it's on correctly or not. I'm not really sure. I have no idea. But it does move up and down a little bit, but it is like, it's secure and everything, but I don't know if I have to move it this way or that way. And there is a tiny, tiny little bend in the drive shaft. It's not a huge bend, but it's a bow because that muffler got stuck underneath it. And when we was on the highway, we had the blowout, we had to leave the highway because these Mack trucks are just like crazy, scaring the crap out of me at night and things. But basically, yeah, I did want to get like an update of what's going on. I did reach out to the local community out here, and well, nobody's gonna come save you. You kind of got to save yourself and things. But Witchcraft TV will prevail. It doesn't matter if we're broke down here for 6 months. We're still gonna do it. I have been going on our motor scooter that's in the utility trailer. To get gas and come back. I went to Home Depot and filled up our water jugs because we don't have running water in here. We haven't figured that out yet, but do have a generator. We have electricity and things where we can, make sure that Roku's going good, the online stations are going good, and the priestess is working with her, her students and things. So yeah, the show must go on. But I wanted to give an update, live in your face and everything of what's really going on. But thank you so much for the donations. If you can donate, that would be great. I'd really love to have a mechanic come down here to do what they were doing. All I can do is kind of just try your best, try my best and research things, and I still have to spend a lot of time after because we just pulled this muffler out, so the muffler is halfway off. But we still have another piece that's underneath it, and I don't know how to work on cars, definitely not motorhomes. But at the end of the day, thank you for your support if you did donate, and for people that watch Witchcraft TV and watch our group, our coven, and everything. Thank you, and make sure you keep it right here, man, on Witchcraft TV. We're on Roku television. Also online at www.WitchcraftTV.online. We're trying to be mobile. We're trying to get down there to your Hexfest in New Orleans, and also every witch shop in between, pretty much. So yeah, that's all I got going on. Good video, priestess. Glad you could.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
And if anybody's interested, New Moon Eclectics also has a website, www.newmooneclectics.com. So you can catch Witchcraft TV, pieces of it anyway, on there as well as the Academy.
Yeah. And if you're a seeker, or if you just want to refresh, or seasoned practitioner, we got some great courses that are handwritten, Yeah.
No AI, all
Yeah.
priestess brain work.
Priestess brain work, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot of the imagery that we do on Witchcraft TV, sometimes I do use AI for that. But
Right.
that imagery comes from actual photographs, and I know a lot of people are like, well, AI is bad. Well, guess what? Got a treat for you. As soon as we can correct the problems with our mobile unit, our mobile unit does act as the official broadcasting site of Witchcraft TV, Roku, and online and everything, and how we interview different people around the country. And we've had some really good interviews. We'll try to take some real photographs and things so we can, speak to the community and things. And also make sure you check us out on the next full moon, where we're going to have our first kind of like online thing. And, online is kind of it's kind of controversial and things. And we do believe that you should be, spinning the circle in person. And, initiation should be in person. Spinning the circle should be in person. Isbet Sabbats and things are always better in person. But yeah, why not use the tools? I've definitely been trying to use the tools. I could really use some help out here. Help! Thank you, Priestess.
All right, everybody. You guys have a blessed day.
This is the drive shaft. We took off the muffler and fixed the muffler. We put half of it underneath the motorhome. We banged the muffler back in. It was hanging, so we have half a muffler now. So there's two pieces of this drive shaft. The beginning of it is straight. It rolls fine. The second half of the drive shaft is bowing out when it turns. Go ahead, show them, babe. Come on. Now, I don't know if it's going to be safe enough to roll with that going on. There's the second half right there that's bowing. Go ahead, keep going. It's kind of bowing a little bit. And I'm going to try to get a second half with a second run to show. Go ahead, keep going. This is the first part of it where it's working good, it's just turning. There's the second half where it's bowed. Now what I want to know is, we're not going to go on the highway with this thing, but if we took back roads, is it going to be safe? And that's really what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not a mechanic, but I did cut off the muffler and it's sitting way over there. So yeah, we're just trying to be safe. I'm not, all right.
Hey everybody, it's Rhonda from New Moon Eclectics. Right now Harold's doing the reverse, he's doing the videoing, so I can help out. But just to get you guys caught up on what's going on, we did have the blowout with the motorhome, literally 2 miles down the highway. Got the tires fixed and came here to this park and ride. We've been here since yesterday, the 5th maybe? The end of the 5th. Anyway, losing track of the days. But Harold and I banged our heads together and went out there and fixed the muffler. And we actually just came in a little while ago. It's getting dark. We got the muffler off and got it to where it's functional. But when we got to the drive shaft is a bit tore up. We did have a gentleman come by, and he's actually a mechanic. So he was able to tell us a little bit about what was going on. So apparently there's 3 sections to the drive shaft to the motorhome, which I was not aware. And it has 2 mounts, 1 in between each section. The last section of the drive shaft is actually the section now that's bent. And the mount that holds it is trashed. So we need to replace the mount as well as possibly the drive shaft. And we're hoping that's the end of it. We have no idea at this moment how much all these things are gonna cost us. So we are still currently, we appreciate the people that have donated so far, but we still need the donations to roll in if you're possibly able to. If you're not able to donate, you can share the video, share our posts. There's a few ways you can donate. One is through the GoFundMe from Witchcraft TV. And the other way is you can go to my website, www.newmooneclectics.com, and there are donate buttons on there as well. There's also the GoFundMe link on the website, so you can do either or, donate right to New Moon Eclectics or Witchcraft TV, whichever. One is GoFundMe, the other one goes to PayPal. So having said that, we do appreciate everything everyone has done, but we still have a long way to go before we can get out of this hole. We're going to still continue doing Witchcraft TV stuff, still going to continue doing Roku stuff, even though we're stuck, but we're going to keep it moving forward just for you. So we thank everybody for everything you've done. Try to keep those donations coming forward. If you can't donate, please share. Blessed be everybody.
Hey, merry meet y'all. This is that Harold Carter guy again, that lone wolf guy, that guy that owns Witchcraft TV on Roku television and also on www.WitchcraftTV.online. And you probably see me earlier. I was under this thing that we call the mighty Athena. Can't kill Athena, goddess of war. That's right, babies. But yeah, we're fixing her up. We're fixing her back up. She had some battle scars and things, and pretty much ripped that muffler off. I don't know what I'm doing. They said, I had people on social media, family members and such, they go out there and go get you a hacksaw at the Home Depot. It's right there. Went up there and bought a Ryobi, so I'm cutting the thing, and the thing's all smoking while I'm cutting it. Not the muffler, the sawzall itself was smoking. I'm like, oh man, we're going to burn this thing out. But yeah, it's the end of the day, so now I'm just gonna, well, it's time for supper and things, and I just thought maybe we'd just de-stress. Woosa, get your thing going on like that. So tonight is basically, we're gonna eat some turkey. There's a grocery store up the store, and last night, we've been trying to budget it and try to eat, as cheap as possible and things, because I don't know how long we're going to be here. I don't know how long we're going to be broke down. But I got some Goya things, because over here where we're broke down, it's like 50% of the population are white, 50% of the population is Spanish. So hell yeah to the Spanish community. Goya food rocks. So we got some pigeon peas, some beans and carrots and things, and I got some rice-a-roni and put some Roman noodles in there too, and fry up some turkey and things, and see if we can't, eat. We gotta eat. We usually eat once a day, even on the road, even when we're broke down. We usually only eat once a day. In the morning we have coffee and stuff, and things like that. But yeah, it's been an eventful day. I've never really played the mechanic. I might be kind of good at it. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure at all, but I definitely could try to figure it out. These days when you have discrepancies in life things, you can just, we're living in a digital age, an age of artificial intelligence. Ooh, everybody hates artificial intelligence. I mean, I do for the most part. I'm biased. There's a balance to it, because with AI, you can research things that you may not have known. But when it comes to creativity or the creative arts, and we all know that creation is the best magic, music, authorship, and things like that. I think there's a time and a place for everything. And AI was definitely a time and place tonight, because without it, I don't think I would have known what to do. But I did have, a lot of different family members in the craft and outside the craft that, helped me out and things, what to do. And we did put out some posts on social media for the immediate area in Brewster, New York, about, is anybody around, my fellow Americans? And it's kind of messed up, because I didn't know the reaction of the community, because when I'm asking for help, we show up and we have Witchcraft TV on the back. We have license plate that are earth-based spiritual, that, and you know, when we come outside, we're coming out with, you know, our t-shirts, you know, we represent, you know, we represent, you know, jewelry and all this. And, you know, we basically just, you know, said that it took like an omnist approach. It just was kind of like, where are my fellow Americans at? We need your help, you know, and things. And it worked out pretty good. We had a gentleman come by, and his name was Ryan. And Ryan was pretty cool. He's a mechanic, but he also is like a paintball guy. He's going to this place in Pennsylvania where he's going to have this like huge paintball tournament with like, what do you say, a couple thousand people or something like that. But yeah, Ryan, if you ever see, you know, if you ever see this, you know, recording, we appreciate you. And what Ryan did was, and Kaya's getting all excited because we're cooking up meats. Kaya, chill out now. You can't lick the spoons yet. So, Ryan pretty much gave us the lowdown of, you know, what's going on. So the muffler was cut in half, and it sounds great. It sounds fine. And it was cut in half. We cut it in half. It's outside. You've seen it laying on the ground, but the shaft is so long because these RVs are so long, and the muffler is still mounted back up and tapped back into place. But now they're just like the driver shaft. And I don't know nothing about this. I just learned this because that was what was the problem. A driver shaft, I think it's called. And I guess it comes in 3 different pieces. It looks like 2, but it was 3 different pieces. And in between one of the pieces is some kind of like rubber fold where it rubs on a support thing, you know, and this is solid steel, this thing. So the piece in the middle, we have to get that piece and install that piece. And to be honest with you, I think I'm back to square one because I still don't know what I'm doing or how to even install it. I mean, it sounds a little bit more technical than just cutting something off with a Sawzall. But I guess now I have a Sawzall. And let me tell you, we wouldn't have a Sawzall if it wasn't for the sponsorship and support of the community. So your donations are very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. Without the donations, I wouldn't have been able to get the muffler off. So now we have step 2. Well, maybe it's step 3, because before we was on the highway and we basically depleted a lot of our reservoir of funds that we had for our endeavors and things. We do have the store in the back. But we haven't had the chance to actually do any vending at flea markets and gatherings and et cetera, because, well, now we're broke down. So at first, you know, I mean, initially what happened was the tires blew up, and they're dual tires. And so when the tires blew up, it like took the muffler and blew it on top of this shaft that like turns the wheels of this thing. And it like it warped part of the shaft itself. So the next step is to fix the in between like rubber piece that is like a I guess it's like a mount or whatever. And it has, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'd rather play guitar or do Witchcraft TV or rap you a song, or I might even be a better dancer than a mechanic. Cooking the food, cooking the food, cooking the food, cooking the food. We just cooking some food, turkeys. Yeah, I'm definitely a jive turkey tonight. So yeah, turkey's cooking, generator's working good. We do have the scooter bike that's in the utility trailer, so I can go to the store, the gas station, about 2 miles away and get gas. So we have gotten gas, so we do have electricity. We do have the means to still broadcast on Roku and on social media, and the ability to, you know, edit videos and things. So yeah, it's kind of like part of the travel. Like if you're gonna go out there in the world, or, you know, whatever country you're in, United States, Europe, whatever, if you're traveling around, breaking down is kind of like, I want to say maybe the norm. Well, it's definitely the norm unless you're like filthy rich, you know. And filthy rich is definitely not what we are. I mean, I'm definitely not filthy rich, but I'm definitely learning different trades on the road, I suppose. I've never really done mechanic work, so kind of proud of myself for that, I suppose. So we're gonna try to fix the shaft in between the driver shaft tomorrow. And the fellow Ryan that showed up, he gave us like a listing of different local places that are going to try to help us find what we need and things. Hopefully, you know, for a reasonable price, and I hope that it's okay. But I'm really worried about the shaft itself. But yeah, overall, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm the Lone Wolf, owner of Witchcraft TV, Roku television, and online at www.WitchcraftTV.online. Also the priest of New Moon Eclectics. Keep it right here, and we'll give you some more updates. And thank you so much for sponsoring and all your donations. Keep them coming in, guys. We really need it to get mobile and to continue our work in the priesthood, you know, just to serve the community. So speaking of like the, you know, sponsorships and things, you know, adversity, and I think adversity, I guess it's, well, I know it's a great lesson. You know, when you're facing something that is challenging, or you're facing something that is life-changing or hardship and things, you got to be optimistic. You know, you got to still have good spirits, you know, positive thinking, and I know that, you know, Priestess says this all the time. She's like, you know, don't put that out to the universe. You know, your thoughts do create reality. You know, I mean, this is Witchcraft TV. You know, we definitely are doing our best to practice what we preach. You know, so, you know, I think everything's going to be fine. So I think at the end of the day, you know, we still need to relax, cook a good meal, sit around, and laugh and think about the day and, you know, what the day did. And today was definitely like one of those days for sure. So yeah, hopefully, well, actually I shouldn't say hopefully. So it already is gonna be, because that's the way it's gonna be, because I'm gonna bend the whole reality of this whole situation. This is how it's going down. We're gonna fix this thing. We're gonna be coming to a town near you, a city near you, a coven near you. You got a witch shop, you got a coven, you have a festival, you have some kind of works that you do in your community, your pagan, witchcraft, or magical community. We're going to show up, we're going to roll up, and we're going to document it and do what we're supposed to do and archive the very, very best of American witchcraft. And man, I just love American witchcraft. It's very versatile. There's, you know, there's so many different paths that you can take, you know, in the craft. It really doesn't matter what country you're really in, because we do have viewers in the United Kingdom and things. We have sponsors from the United Kingdom. Shout out to Sophia Jones, by the way. Always keeping it real, yeah. Definitely. So, cooking up the turkey right now, and now the kitties are getting kind of feisty. Look at them kitties down there. They're grown up now. Yep. And these are our two kitties over here. Official Witchcraft TV mascots. We have Mrs. Zell herself. Meow, 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 meow. And we have Shorty Foots, and we call her Shorty Foots because Shorty is something that, you know, I have called the priestess for a long time because, well, she's shorter. So, and also when Shorty Foots was born, she had like a paw situation where her paws were she was born this way, where they're a little off kilter and stuff. She gets around really good, so that's why we call her Shorty Foots. But yeah, Shorty Foots and Mrs. Zell are going cray because the turkey is turning up, and we're definitely just trying to, you know, we're just trying to live, man. We're just trying to live. We're trying to provide a service to the community like we always have done, and, you know, in the face of adversity. Here's your turkey count. That's very good. I like that. So in the face of adversity, no matter how bad it seems out there, let's stay optimistic. No matter what conditions you're in, you gotta try to reach your highest ideals. We gotta eat. we gotta have laughter, you know. We have to keep pushing on, and a lot of times people get into like a depressed mode or whatever, and you know, just so it is what it is. We live and learn, live and let live. The wise words of Gerald B. Gardner himself: live and let live. I mean, why not? Absolutely. I love this Goya stuff. Love me some Goya stuff. Love it. We're gonna fry up the old Goya. Add a little bit of onions. We're gonna be on our way. It's gonna be awesomes. Awesome sauce, awesome sauce. But yeah, we just getting in how we. Whoa! It has been a catastrophe. The man is in the kitchen. The priest has fucked the roost up. Sorry. It's all good. We're not being mandated by the FCC, but I definitely just made a huge mess. Because we are parked, we're parked on like this hill, you know, where we crashed out. So, sorry about that. So I'm going to try to save this stuff here. So, you know, this is one of those bloopers where we're not going to keep out. I'm going to keep that in the editing. So yeah, I definitely just made a huge mess. And kitties are welcome to clean it up. And Kaya, you like beans? Here we go. Hungry? No. Okay. They want turkey. Oh, wow. So yeah, I definitely messed that up. So yeah, I can take a muffler off, but don't let me in the kitchen, because I'm definitely not a chef. Well, at least not tonight. Definitely not a chef tonight. So yeah, we'll clean this up. And that's the thing. When you have stuff go on, you know, when things happen and it hits the fan, or you have things that set you back, you gotta stay optimistic. It ain't nothing. There's just a bunch of peas on the floor. See, now we got a bunch of peas. Now I can put them outside, and now everybody outside can eat. You know, everyone outside can eat. You know, raccoons, or hope no bears. They got bears in New York. I hope they don't got bears in New York. If they got bears in New York, we love bears. We love bears. We love bears. You know, things like that. Yeah, but you know, stuff happens. You know what happens, man? It happens. You got to stay going, stay strong in the face of adversity. I always mess this up. Adversity. Adversary. When the world pushes on you, you got to push back. You know, you just got to stay optimistic, man. You can't be all like boo-hoo, you know, because it's just never going to happen. Creation is the best magic. Creation is the best magic. And I really like the idea of, you know, if it's broke, you can fix it. You know, a lot of times, you know, in the past, I used to be like, oh, I don't know how to fix cars, automotive stuff. I'm not a mechanic. And that's the thing. Because I said I wasn't, I never did it. But the minute that I said, you know what, I'm going to try it, and I do it, look what happened. Step 1 is done. Now we just got to work on step 3. Well, probably step 6 or 8, getting all these peas off the floor. Yeah, don't cry over spilt peas, I reckon. Yeah. So yeah, make sure y'all just, you know, keep your head up and things. We really do appreciate all the sponsorship and things that's going on. We're doing our best. We really are doing our best to bring Witchcraft TV on Roku television to new heights, to give good content, to give good networking, to give a community where there's not so much baneful currents of, you know, people with negativity and things. Toxic circles, pay them no mind. I'm definitely going to, and Witchcraft TV is definitely a voice for everyone, anyone, regardless of tradition, orientation, doesn't matter. So yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side. For now, Zell, you gonna help me pick up these peas?